Pero esa es nuestra cultura, ¿eh? Nuestra cultura, puro México. You know that I was born a Mexican, always a Mexican. No, I wouldn't say that. Had I been born in a white household, had I been born con unos boleos, así decía mi tío, no, hombre, esta huerca se salió de la escuela, no hizo nada, pero se casó con Dolly. Wow, wow. I wish I would have been born in a white household because they talk to their kids differently. You think about it. A little white kid goes to his mom, mother, mother. They talk like that. May I have some ice cream, okay? They go, okay. They don't say okay, they go, okay. And mothers say no, but they teach them numbers at the same time. No, darling, ice cream is $3 a gallon. We only have half a gallon. That's $1.50. But mother, may I have like 35 cents worth in a Metro dish? No, honey, I've had enough of you. Go to bed. Get some rest, get some sleep, make the AB honor roll. Yeah, white folk can't talk unless they go. And then the little kid doesn't want to go to sleep. What do you think the white folks say? You know, they open the door and they go, Bubba, Bubba. That's how white folks call their kids. No, Pumpkin. I don't want to sleep, Mother. I've had enough. Read a book. What book, Mother? Encyclopedia A through Z. You think my mom would say that to me? Mami, yo quiero nieve. Ya no hay. Va. The word va. Papi, quiero nieve. No hay. Va. Volé chivos. Va. That messed me up when I went to school the first day in kindergarten. 1 minus 1 equals, yo como tonto. Va. What did you say? No hay? And then you think my mother would say, oh, ice cream is $3 a gallon, and no, go Mimi. That's in our cultura. Go to sleep. Go Mimi. Go Mimi. Does it say to sleep in the dictionary to Mimi? Ni que fuera Three Stooges. My mom would say, go Mimi, go Mimi. Mimi, you. And then I go to bed. You think my mom would come up to me and open the door? Pumpkin. You think she'd do that to me? To get me to sleep? No, abría la puerta. Duérmete, huerco. Duérmete. That was my grandpa. My grandpa, they'd leave me with my grandfather, because ellos iban al baile. Y my grandfather, duérmete, huerco. No va a estar conmigo. Duérmete, huerco. Y ahora de grande me dicen huerco, me da sueño. Duérmete. Do you think that my mom would say to me, read a book? Yeah, right, read a book. This is how my mom would put me to sleep. Duérmete, huerco. Ahí viene el cucuy. Cucuy! Like there's a monster in your room. Y duérmete, cucuy. No tiene chiste. ¿Cómo se dice? No tiene chiste. Duérmete. Cucuy, duérmete. Mommy, read me a story. Read me the 3 Little Bears. My mom didn't know the 3 Little Bears. That's stupid. Mijito, I'm going to tell you the story of the Mexican Little Bears. Yo me creí como tonto. Okay, tell it to me. Once upon a time, there was Papa Bear, and Mexican Mama Bear, and Mexican Baby Bear. And I'm thinking, that's not how it goes. Papa Bear said, Oye, vieja, somebody's been drinking my light beer. And Mama Bear said, vieja, somebody been eating the pinto beans from the stove. And Baby Bear said, I don't know. Don't go away. We've got some fun coming up on Que Loco.
Siga con nosotros en Que Loco.
Our first comedian from Houston, by the way of Puerto Rico, once again on Que Loco, Shayla Rivera.
Give it up for Happy, all right? Happy, 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 happy. Yeah. Look at you four guys looking up here. ¿Qué pasa? What are you trying to see? I'll show you something. I'll scare you. Oh, my God, it's Chewbacca. You know, it wouldn't be very funny. That's nasty. Look. All right, so I live in Texas. You know what? I've noticed? Everything in Texas has jalapenos in it. Have you noticed that? Man, I had a Super Bowl party at my house, right? I told everybody to bring something. Everybody brought something. Everything had jalapenos in it. They brought, like, bread with jalapenos and cheese with jalapenos and jelly with jalapenos. What's that? My brother found jalapeno-flavored cigars. Yeah, and I thought, you know, if the White House was in Texas, ooh, everybody would have known. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they would have seen Monica coming out of the Oval Office. Ooh, the meeting is over, baby. The meeting is... Oh, come on. I don't care what you think about the whole president thing, but let me tell you something. I have children. He made it very hard for me because my son asked me the other day, Mom, what's oral sex? Dad says you have to be the president around here to get it. What does that mean? I said, well, that means your dad's an optimist, for one thing. That's, you know, you feel bad for the men because great presidents are remembered by the things that they say, right? You have Abraham Lincoln 77 years ago, and John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Bill Clinton, no teeth, baby, no teeth. Of course, you know, in Arkansas, he didn't have that problem, you see. So anyway. All right, no Clinton jokes. So I'm a mother. I'm a Latina, so I'm supposed to be a mother. Mothers out there, mothers, woo, yeah. There's no dignity after you have children, right, ladies? No? See? No, you'll never sneeze without peeing in your pants again, right? Oh, look at you back there. I know. See, when you don't have children, you walk around, you sneeze. Achoo. After you have kids, it's more like, achoo. Then it becomes, achoo. Oh. And that's never right because ladies don't, tú sabes, we don't do that, right? So that, no, ella sí. I know. We save that for the house, tú sabes. Yeah. See, man, you don't know, si mira, se está riendo esta aquí, eh? So you don't know this, guys. This is what happens in the restrooms all over the nation, tú sabes. There's a couple of stalls there. We're all waiting in line. Heaven forbid, from one of the stalls, we hear... All the women in line go, ooh. Oh, that poor girl. Pobrecita, let her go, let her go. Men don't care. Men do that. They're like, oh, yeah, woo. Yeah. You're like, what is that? Tamales? I smell tamales. You guys know how to, yeah. I love it. I have children. I'm telling you, though, you know one thing? My son has gotten to that age, you sabes, when he's discovered himself. You know what I'm talking about? You remember when you discovered yourself? Like, oh, no, not really. You know, walking around, oh, Mama, my pee-pee's hard. Well, I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Right? They put that sign on the door, not first, don't come in. You know what I'm saying? My back massager is gone. I don't know where the hell it went. But I walk by his room, I hear, what's my name? I'm telling you, we walked right in on him. You know, do you know what I'm talking about? Because you're looking at him like, what? Cuando tú sabes, you discovered yourself like, you know what I'm saying? No, girls don't do that. I know, yeah, whatever. Anyway, We barged in on him. Any parents out there? Have you ever walked in on your boy? No? We did it, and it was our fault, tú sabes. It was our fault because there was a sign on the door that said knock first, but we barged right in. We did, and you don't know who's more embarrassed, you or the kid, right? I mean, it's not like you can say, oh, I'm sorry, son, why don't you finish up? We'll talk later. You got to say something, though, you know. It's my husband like, oh, son, you know, if you keep doing that, you're going to go blind. I said, honey, he's over there. Some of these guys remember. I know. So Texas, I moved here when I was from Puerto Rico. I was 18 years old. The first thing I had to do was to learn the language, you know. And people here in Texas, Americans do that really hard because they can take the same string of letters, arrange them in the same order, right, and pronounce it 7, 8 different ways. ¿Qué es eso? You know, like the parents are the folks, F-O-L-K-S. The culture is the folklore, F-O-L-K-L-O-R-E. Now, Virginia has a town that spells its name N-O-R-F-O-L-K, and they pronounce it, you know how? Norfolk, Virginia. I couldn't tell my mother where I was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds like something that belongs at the end of a long, weird, precise commandment. Neither lie, cheat, steal, Norfolk, Virginia. I mean, really, if you explain it to me, now you got it. See what I'm saying? I mean, you know, and what is it about Texas that when everybody, you know, as soon as people figure out that you speak Spanish, they want to try their Spanish on you. Does that happen to you? And it's always something stupid they learned in high school, no? Like, I have a blue pencil. Okay. The ball bounces. Well, no shit, Bubba, that's cool. The only time it's fun is when they get their phrases mixed up. I had somebody go, wait, I know Spanish, wait. Mis bolas es azul. My balls are blue. Now that threw me off, you know. I wasn't expecting that from her at all, you know what I'm saying. So, thank you, you and me, that's it. My husband is like that too. He likes to practice Spanish. You can't take him anywhere. We go to breakfast at Denny's. He goes, I want some of them huevos del ranchero. That's no good, honey. Those are the rancher's balls, and that's not good, you know. Not for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. Thank you guys very much. Woo!
¡Qué loco continúa!
Thank you. Welcome back to Que Loco. My name is Happy. Our next comedian, you've seen him on Disney, BET, and he's a regular in Las Vegas. Dame un gritazo, Que Loco, for Danny Martinez. Happy right there. That guy is happy. He's damn happy. Oh, wonderful, Happy. That's perfect, man. Perfect, Happy. I love that. Want to hear my hair grow? No. Balding guy says, no. Want to hear my hair grow? Lovely ladies over here. How are you guys? Looking good. Some people my own age for a change, man. I had all these young people last night looking at me like I'm their dad. And I was their daddy. My wife doesn't know that, but I'm their daddy. So I want to talk about my mother because she's not here. I love my mom, but she massacres the English language, man. She screws up the English language bad. For the longest time, I thought I was Jewish, and my dad's name was Bob Bitch. If she'd get mad at me, and she'd say, Jew son of a bitch. I'm thinking, I thought it was Martinez. Who's this bitch guy you're talking about, Mom? I got to go to school in the morning, huh? Women, they're great, aren't they? They're smarter than we are. They have a higher tolerance for pain. They live longer, and then they're just smarter than we are. And my wife, she's got to, they can pull hair out of their face. How do you do that, ladies? They pluck hair out of are you a plucker? Yeah, you're a plucker. You're all mother pluckers, boy, I'm telling you. My wife has these tweezers set up there, and she's just plucking. And go, ping, 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 ping. Damn, Mama. She's going, I don't need a razor. See?
And they're real particular, too. They're real selective about which hair's going, which one stays. I go, that one goes, that one stays right there. I tried plucking a gray hair out of my mustache. Bad idea! I figured she can take it, I can take it. Wrong, boy! Little big gray hair right in the middle, no big deal. I figured, hell, I'll take it. I went, see, my eyes started watering. I'm looking for the phone. 911, dude. Said somebody, she's trying to kill me, man. She's got a weapon, I'm in the closet. Tweezers. I'm on the phone with my mother. Chicken soup, I'm a chicken soup. I'm sick and stupid. Nah, no mole, mother. Chicken soup, damn it. You know what mole is? Of course you know what mole is. We have it every stinking holiday, man. Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and Mother's Day and Father's Day and anniversaries and everything and again, mole. It's a very spicy Mexican dish, white people. Don't eat it. It'll tear your butthole about that big around. Don't do it, man. You go to your proctologist, he won't... You go to your proctologist, he won't stick his finger. He'll go, damn, you're sick, buddy. You know that? You're a sick son of a gun. Mole. What they do every holiday, they get this 2-gallon pot of water and they put this keg of chili powder. They put this chili powder in there and they put salt and pepper and garlic and anything that'll make you fart, sneeze, and cough. It's in there. And then you eat it like a dummy. It's like eating acid from the alien. You notice that? You take a spoonful of this stuff. You go, what the heck? This stuff just oozes right through the chair, the carpet, the foundation, right through the core of the earth. People in China walk around and go, "Ooh, God, what the hell, God? Ooh. Somebody eat mole in Houston. What happened now? Ruined my shoe. I got big Tahoe now." Don't eat the mole, man. It's nice to be a parent. I'm a father. I'm 50 years old now. Thank you very much. Yeah, what do you see from this side, man? It doesn't look too good from this side. I had the opportunity to walk my daughter down the aisle not too long ago. That's a big moment for a father. Yeah. Well, she didn't get married. Just walked down the aisle and gave her to some guy. We were at H-E-B. I said, see the guy by the meat department? He's got money. Go! Man, sweating like a pig up here. I think it's a bunch of bull that the father of the bride. This is not a Mexican tradition. I didn't come up with it. The Mexicans, they all pitch in, and they go, hey, padrino de aquí, padrino de acá. My daughter married a white dude, and I had to pay for the whole goddamn wedding. Yeah, and I had to pay for the church and the guy who who does the ceremony and the flowers and the flower girl and the limousine and the caterer and the food and the... And then I got to give her away. Who gives this woman? The dumbass naked over here. That's who gives her. Over here, the pendejo over here. She married a white dude, man. Screwed up my bloodline. 6'2", 200-pound white boy from Pasadena, Texas. Now, you met him? I mean, he's dumb but determined. I showed him my gun collection. He still came over. Puts ketchup on his fajitas. That bugs the hell out of me, too, boy. You don't put ketchup on fajitas, man. I got a little granddaughter now. She's bilingual. She goes, orale, grandfather. Go eat some mole. Get out of here. I'm very proud of my daughter. She's a nurse. I had to pay for the whole thing. Ain't any nurses here? That's good, man. So you've got to be proud. It's a very strenuous program. When my daughter was first going through the program, everybody in the house was a guinea pig to her, man. She'd come over, can I take your blood pressure, Jen? Can I take your blood pressure? I go, anything for the grade, babe. Go ahead. She wraps this strap around my arm and starts pumping that little thing, And she got after it, too. But whoa! You're pegging the needle over it. I got this blue arm hanging out of this strap. Got my fingers going. I think your blood pressure's a little high. No kidding! A dead man would have high blood pressure the way you take it. Jesus! You find a pulse on a tree. Get that thing away from me. Came up with a thermometer. She said, you know what this is, Dad? Oh, it's a thermometer. No, it's a rectal. Locked myself in the bedroom. I look out in the backyard, there's my dog with a thermometer hanging out of her butt. The pobre gatito with his cat wrap, just saying, rah, rah. I can't live with it. I hate it. I hate cats anyway. When I was a little boy, much shorter than I am now, a cat ate my Easter chicken. Remember the old days, guys? When you used to go buy new shoes for Easter, they'd buy you get a little chicken, a little blue chicken. Am I the only old fart in the room or what? I was 6. My mother took me to buy new shoes. And I got this little blue chick with a shoe box with a hose punch in. I took it home and I put it out in the front yard, and it starts hopping and chirping. The cat goes, right my damn chicken. I love that chicken. That chicken would have been 44 years old this year. Anyway, guys, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out. Good night. Thank you.
No se vaya.
Welcome back to Que Loco! Our next comedian last year performed with a duo as Irene and her Venus. She's been on Funny as Funny in the Latino Comedy Festival. Dame un gritazo, Que Loco, for Irene Peña.
Hi. Hi. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. For those of you who do not know, last month, February 5th, honest to God, I had my very first child, my very first baby, a beautiful little girl. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know when it's going to happen to this child. I mean, I'm going to try and raise her the best I can, but you don't know what's going to happen. It's first time, my very first time. I don't know what's going to happen. I have this one vision of my daughter standing in a big room like this, behind a microphone, in front of a bunch of people standing there saying, I'd like to thank the Academy. You know? Right? That's cool. Then I have this other vision of my daughter standing behind a microphone saying, order number 7, 8, and 9, your tacos are ready. And we knew she was a girl right from the very beginning, because I did a sonogram and they told us it was a girl. The doctor was real cool. She was very nice. She was like, okay, look, if you look here at the screen, you can see between the child's legs, it is the shape of a hamburger. It is not a hot dog. It is a hamburger. It is a girl. So, like, don't be calling my daughter's como se llama a hamburger, man. What, are we going to name her Patty? Come on, God. And my husband is scared now about having a little girl. He's just so paranoid. He's like, oh, my God, it's a girl, and boys are going to want to date her, and, you know, they're going to want to have sex with her, and she's going to die. And I'm like, I know, dear, there's lots of diseases out there. He's like, no, I'm going to kill her. Oh, I just love it. I love it. And you know what everybody kept asking me? Did you enjoy your pregnancy? Did you like being pregnant? I like being pregnant. Did you like it? I hated being pregnant. I have never peed so much in my life. Not even when I was in college and drinking a whole lot did I ever pee that much. I swear. I was peeing like a big dog in a brand new neighborhood, okay? I mean, I was just everywhere. Thank you. I'll let you keep that one. And what was really depressing was I kept getting Victoria's Secret catalogs. I mean, you know, before I got pregnant, I was fit and trim, you know, and I was wearing Victoria's Secret. That was cool, you know. That's how I got pregnant. But they kept sending me the catalogs, right? So I was looking at them and I was all crying. They're so skinny. She's a hoe. Where's my Rice Krispie treat? So I wrote to Victoria's Secret. I gave them a suggestion. I said, you guys need to come out with the maternity line of lingerie. You call it Victoria's Big Secret. She's a big hoe. Now, let me tell you about my husband real quick, too. I can describe my husband in 2 ways. First off, my husband has what they call attention deficit disorder. Have you heard this on Oprah and all that? Yeah, I didn't believe it at first. I went to his doctor, and I was like, would you tell me the signs and symptoms of this ADD? Oh, yes, ma'am. These men can't focus, they have trouble paying attention, and they have a very bad memory. Yeah, add a beer and a remote control, and you've got any married man in America. Come on. That's not ADD. That's CRAP. Okay. Crap for the rest of you with your GED. And second way I can describe my husband, like that party question, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be, right? So let me tell you my animal that my husband would be. He's a cat, Okay? Now, I know a lot of women get all mad and they come up to me after a show and they're like, no. All men are dogs. All men are dogs. No, dogs are more loyal. Okay? That's how I feel about that. My husband is more like the cat because, number one, he ignores me when I call him. He lounges around the house all day long and whines when there's no food. And he has gained so much weight since being neutered. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. He hates when I do that joke. He came up to me after one show one night, and he came up to me and he goes, well, you know what? If I'm the cat, you're the cockatiel. You're a little bird. And I thought, well, that's cute. You know, I'm a little bird. I'm dainty. I have the appetite of a little bird. He's like, no, you just won't shut up. And I married a Hispanic or Latino or Chicano or Mexican-American. What the hell? Does anybody know what the politically correct term is this week? No, right? No. So, see, I've taken it upon myself, and I've named myself. I'm a Tex-Mex. Yeah, that's right. I like that because I can get away with saying things like, my mama didn't raise no pendeja. And I'm very proud. Whatever you want to call yourself, be proud of our culture, where we came from, the Aztecs and the Mayans. Incredible cultures. These were cultures that invented math, the concept of absolute zero, the number line. Yeah, but how do our people use that number line today? Order number 7, 8, and 9. Your tacos are ready. Right? And you know, and I'm so scared. It goes back to my daughter. I am so frightened because she does not have a female Hispanic role model that we used to have a couple years ago. She was taken away from us, and you guys know who I'm talking about, and that was Selena, and that was awful. That was a horrible thing that happened, and I felt so strongly about her death that when they did the Selena movie here in San Antonio and they had the great big casting call for the Selena lookalike, I felt it was my duty, okay, and I was right there. Okay, so they put me in the Yolanda Saldivar line, but I was there, okay? Because I really didn't have anybody. I'm telling you, I had no female Hispanic role model. Do you know who my role model was growing up? My Hispanic female role model? Can you guess? No, not Madonna. No. Here's your hint. Once a year on the Love Boat. Charro. Who said that? Bingo, man. That was all I had. Do you know what that got me? In trouble. I'm running around the first day of first grade, running around the classroom. Hooey, hooey, brrr, brrr, coochie, 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 coochie. They put me in special ed. Hey, my name's Irene Peña. Thank you guys so much.
Que Loco regresa con más risas, así que no le cambie de canal.
Que Loco. Que Loco. Hey, our next comedian, you really have to give me a gritazo, un gritazo tejano, un gritazo mexicano. This guy he's been seen all across the nation on milk cartons. From Tucson, Arizona, David Membrila, yes.
Y'all having a good time tonight? Repeat after me. Ah, hijo, you must be Puerto Rican. God, you must have a jalapeno stuck somewhere, bro. So how y'all like the outfit? You like the outfit? How about the hat? How about a round of applause for this hat? Huh? Who needs a satellite dish when you got a hat like this, right? You want free HBO, Showtime, and the Playboy channel? Órale. For $50 a month, I will come stand in your yard, give you 30 channels, and mow your grass. I want to state up front that I'm proud to be Mexican. Latinos, are you with me on that? Órale. And the first thing about being Mexican that I'm always asked is, hey, you know that little Taco Bell Chihuahua? Does that offend you? I say, no, Taco Bell food offends me, okay? Let's get that shit on the open right now, man. Because I can't believe they use a Chihuahua, or for those of you who are bilingually impaired, Chihuahua, to represent Mexicans, man. I mean, I gotta say it that way because for all I know, you might have been outside smoking marijuana. So, but I'm proud to be Mexican. But a lot of friends say, you know what, man? You weren't born there. You were born here. That makes you like Chicano or Hispanic. So I decided to combine those three words, Mexican, Chicano, and Hispanic. So now, when people ask about my ethnicity, I can tell them, let me see. Mexican, Chicano, Hispanic. I think that makes me a mechanic. Thank you. All right. Just to prove that I'm an actual mariachi, thank you. I'm going to do some songs for you. My songs are appropriately called Mexican Western songs, which means they're just country songs with a pinchy accent. So. But on a serious note, mariachi music and Mexican music in general is a very emotional music. I remember as a kid, my dad and my tios would be playing guitar, and I'd grab my guitar and come out there and start singing. They'd stop just to watch me. Before I know it, I'd see a tear start to welt up in my dad's eyes. Dad, are you all right? Yeah, amigo, I'm fine. Then what's the matter, Dad? You can't sing with the shit, amigo. Latinos, this is for you. I wish I had some huevos rancheros. It ain't because I'm feeling hungry. 'Cause if you saw my huevos, though they're handsome little devils, you think God had played a dirty joke on me. Hold on, I ain't done yet. Though my little chili's tiny and it may not be too hot, it's a motion of the ocean, it's what you do with what you got. Though little, it's quite pretty, wasn't made in New York City. Help me out here. New York City. But it'll burn your ass if it hits the right spot. Well, all right. Easter's just right around the corner, and I'm kind of excited about that because as a kid, our Easter was kind of weird. We could never get a grip on the Easter terminology as a kid. Because, like, to us, Lent meant you better return it, you know. Anytime Dad got paid, hell, that was a Good Friday. Palm Sunday, that meant you didn't get lucky Saturday night, you know what I mean? And Passover was how we used to ask for shit at the dinner table. Orale, pass over them beans, Holmes. Pass over them biscuits. Any Catholics in the house? Those are your alcoholics right there, folks. Those are them. Everybody who's Catholic knows that during Lent you can't have meat on Friday. And I got a friend of mine who's a father, who's a priest, and I went to his house on a Friday during Lent. He was having spaghetti and meatballs. I said, Father, you can't have that, man. You can't have spaghetti and meatballs. It's okay, he said. I blessed them. They're fish balls now. Oh, man. All right. Well, have you all heard services come out with a commemorative Jerry Garcia Grateful Dead stamp? Have you heard about this? Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead on the stamp. You don't want to lick the back of that sucker, though. No. That's Jerry Garcia, man. Oh, man, I love being a comic. You get to tour all over the place. I just came back from the East Coast. I had steamed crabs for the first time, but I think it was just the sweat and humidity made them itch like that. Boy, were they pissed off. But you get to tour all over. I get to visit a lot of cities. My favorite city is probably El Paso. Anybody from El Paso? Orale, we're going to talk about you suckers for a while, man. Because in El Paso, everything is Mexicanized, man. I went to a Chinese-Mexican restaurant called Chingasus. What's up with that, man? Right there in the corner of Orale, Apúrate, way, you know. It was bad, man. You know what's Mexicanized when you go in there, McDonald's, and you see Mac Menudo on the menu, man. Their shake flavors were like chocolate, vanilla, and taquito flavor, man. But I love Texas, especially. I'm from Tucson, so I really love just touring. I grew up in a tough neighborhood in Tucson. Now, my neighborhood is so tough, the local YMCA stood for Your Mama's a Crack Addict. Most churches will sponsor like an Alcoholics Anonymous. Our sponsored alcoholics are all of us, man. The priests were party animals. Now, remember that bottle of sacrificial wine? The priest at our church, theirs had a worm at the bottom. What's up with that, man? Ah, tough neighborhood. Round of applause. Any of y'all have kids out there? Really? I got a 4-year-old I'm still trying to potty train. It was working out pretty well because I was giving her like an M&M or a Skittle every time she used a toilet. Now we can't get out of a peachy candy store without her pissing all over the place. But I'm dating now, and I wrote this girl a song. In fact, she's sitting over here on the end. I'm going to sing it for her. Very lovely song. I hope I get laid tonight. Oh, I could hide between her thighs, watch my meatloaf get a rise. She says she's giving me a big surprise. Guess I'll just take a peek and see what she's offering to me. How was I to know she'd be another guy? You say your name's Eugene, oh, it's so obscene. What I thought was a beaver's just a big smelly thing. You say your name's Eugene, oh, what can it mean? Now I'm a tight end receiver for a homecoming queen. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Thank you.